Now, I really would like to say that sometimes we put out content on social media and we're like, ah, my mama would be proud. There is a level of fame and fortune that comes to you, but at an expense, which is the pride of your parents, the pride of your family members, and the pride of the people who you deem close to you, right? Because once you've created such risque, controversial conversations around yourself, and this is what you represent, it starts to look hella sus when your mom is like, oh, your daughter is a celebrity, oh, your son is a celebrity, unaonanga video zake, and then eventually they're like, they're very famous, acha niende nikaone wanafanyanga nini kwa internet, only for them to start getting on the internet of Beyonce and seeing the kind of things that you say and the kind of things that you do, and they just are in shook. And that is exactly what is happening when it comes to Diana Bahati, because she is a little confused about how she's going to land this information to her daddy, if at all she's going to, in all at all anyway. So what she says is, of course, she went on social media and she was speaking about this, and she said, for my dad, of course, mimi na feel some type of way. Kuna vitu zile, me who feel like, and I am like, and wow, that's a lot. It says, in summary, for her dad, she feels a little awkward because she feels like, I hope dad hayuko kwa social media aone hizi vitu, or I hope hakuna mtu anaweza mtumia link aone hizi vitu zote. And we're just like, okay girl, we see you. It's the same way you're not going to be very proud if you're doing bad things on the internet and then someone officially sends it to your parents. Sometimes they're even shows that we do sometimes, we're like, whoa, may no one locate that one and send it to so and so, because it just comes with a lot of, it's a lot. You've dredged up a lot of drama, right? You've dragged people, you've probably smack talked them a little bit, or you've had the conversation about sex, baby, which is a taboo in this country. Yeah, you have advised people and you're telling them, oh, fetus deleters. Sometimes you're like, wow, I should have caught that one, I really should have, because you're not too sure people would actually be very proud to stand with you in those particular cases. Now, Diana actually also spoke about the fact that she's not too sure whether she would want her children to also see this stuff on social media. However, she was very stern about the fact that this is her social media. This is her space. She feels like she's allowed to be herself on social media. She's allowed to do what she wants to do on social media. And it's not like she's stripping. It's not like she's naked. In her own words, by the way. She said it's not like she's naked on social media, and therefore she's okay with it. And she also spoke about a lot of other things, including her relationship with Bahati and how he had 3 children before, who he'd taken from an orphan home and, you know, adopted them as his own, and the fact that she had to actually deal with that as well, and so many other interesting aspects. But in general, I think I completely do see where she comes from when it comes to the kind of content that they create. Because sometimes even you see the thumbnail alone, like when you go on YouTube, the picture that is usually like the cover picture for a video, you see the thumbnail and you're like, you're embarrassed. Secondhand embarrassment, just the thumbnail. So imagine the kind of content that you'll end up seeing once you open that thumbnail, and it's wilding. They be wilding. They do be wilding on social media. She even said that sometimes Bahati goes, when they do these truth or dares, sometimes she says things that are so risque that Bahati is just like, wow. And so she wonders if her own husband goes like, wow, you should really not have done that. Wow, you should really not have said that. What would her father think? And so it brings me to the question of, has social media ever stopped you from showing your very authentic self, or how are you maneuvering that? Because we do be having very risque conversations.
I would say yes. First of all, I post very controversial things, you know. I do some risque things, but you should see the drafts. You should see the things that never made it to the timeline. Sometimes I stop myself because ain't no way I'm going to post that in this day and age, especially figuring out when you remember that the internet does not forget. Nobody will ever forget. People are going to have copies. Even if you delete it from your timeline, somebody else had saved it. Somebody else was very entertained with that particular content you put out and saved it and put it out there on the internet. Actually, people never forget. And sometimes it actually gets to me because I'm thinking, what if my mother saw this? what would happen? How would I even start to explain this? And then at the same time, I'm like, but this is who I am. Why should I hide myself? Why should I be a PC version just so people are happy or people are, you know, pleased or people are comfortable? I am not here to comfort people, okay? If you're feeling some type of way, choke with your feelings, okay? As long as I didn't address you personally. I was just saying things in general and giving my perspective. It might have been a bit controversial, but you know, that's just me, you know? I didn't say your mama. I didn't call you by your name. You know, as long as I'm not attacking you and insulting you, I don't see the problem.
The first time I found out my dad followed me on Instagram,
Oh.
that was just
Instagram.
uncomfortable. And every so often he'll DM me some very Christian stuff. I'm just like, oh no, he's definitely gone through your timeline, you
Yeah.
know? And I actually realized that he went so far back in my timeline that I felt cringe. There's a picture I had posted back in maybe 2000 and maybe 19, even earlier, of me as a baby. It's one of my very, very, very fast posts. And now I have 1,000 and something posts. So he went all the way back and saw that picture. In between this, how much more had he seen?
He's seen
Yani,
everything.
it's just can be very embarrassing. But at the end of the day, you're like, it is what it is. It's out there. Do you feel uncomfortable about posting some things on social media or being public about some particular stances that you have that go against what the society deems as moral? And how do you deal with that?